Hey everybody, it's Crazy Sergeant here. Trying to remember where my camera is on this. Oh, it's down here. Cool. So, I was just up at the DMV, and last winter found a good deal on some heavy duty high vis jackets and all, like $20 or so a piece, maybe $30 a piece, and we got them. Then I decided to add to my order. We were going to get the little neck gaiters, keep your face warm and all. You can put them up like that. You can tie your hair up with them, whatever the case. And I had an issue about a month ago. I was in a county building, and I didn't care to wear a mask because a mask tells me I'm a thief. I'm not a thief. And a lot of people tell me that I'm wrong on this subject, but what all the old cowboys or gangsters use to go rob someplace? They wear a mask, a handkerchief, whichever. Whether it's just a little face covering like this, that, they wore some type of mask. Now, the biggest issue with all this is in order to go into a county office, you have to have some type of face covering. Now, I feel it's completely appropriate for the people working in those buildings to have a mask on. Because, Jesse James used a 45. Al Capone used a little Tommy gun, a little machine guns. Let's look at all this. Now, we're not allowed to carry a weapon into a county building. Well, with that being said, I tried to get a trailer titled to a piece of property. Now, the big issue with this is not just the whole face mask COVID bullshit that it is. It's the fact that your New World Order or the elites taking advantage of you, or however you want to think of it. They have international building codes, which means they've adopted the rules of the international community. Now, if you're in a big city and all, where you do international trade or have commerce or anything like that, should there be some type of building code to make sure that the buildings meet a certain guideline? Sure. I don't really think so, but sure. But for Joe Snuffy, or the Crazy Sarge, that wants to go and try to have a place that he can put a storage building on and all that to put his stuff in. Maybe build a little ramshackle shack. Be self-sufficient. Not have to be a part of the grid. Not have to be a part of all the system. All that shit. You can't do that. When trying to put my trailer to the property, address and all. I was told by those people a month ago, I'm sorry, sir, but since the place does not have a house on it, we cannot do that. You have to take it back to whatever county you're from, and do it there. I don't like that shit at all. And when you got to do that kind of crap, though I did find some loopholes, I'm going to take full advantage of them. Then my partner and I will have enough money when we sell the place to be able to get something with a shack on it, considered a residential building. Even though it's going to be itty bitty, and I'll just build onto it and say, oh, well, that was just part of repairs. That's my loophole. You don't have to have a permit to do repairs. And they don't know what's going on when you build underground. Fuck them. So what they can see from the road. Well, sorry, it was tiring today. I had to go up to the DMV again today. Try to do the trailer. That way I don't get added extra fees added on to trying to tag a trailer. So the trailer's going to be put on the property, regardless. So I don't know why they didn't let me just use the address that's found by Google to put it on there. And all. And sorry if I'm not looking right at the camera here. I'm looking at the screen up here. But I go in there after making my appointment 2 weeks ago. And, when you make an appointment, it's more like a reservation. And they should say, make a reservation, not an appointment. An appointment is a set time. And anybody that knows, I've been in the military, if something's supposed to be done at a certain time, you do it at that certain time. That's your appointment time. If you have an appointment with your commanders or whatever, at a certain time, you better be there 15 minutes early. And at that time, they'll see you before or right at that time, never later. So I go in there with my little neck gaiter on, because I tried to use a handkerchief on the other county building. Almost had a panic attack. I was flipping the hell out and everything else. So I try to use my neck gaiter. And I noticed the more and more I had it on, after about 30 minutes of waiting, which I showed up approximately 20 minutes early, and all. So, 5 minutes in, okay, whatever. Not a problem. Then I see somebody walk in the door behind me where it says exit only. And, if you try to walk into a DMV where it says exit only, security's going to come up to you and tell you, excuse me, sir, ma'am, you need to go out and go back through the main door. Check in, whether you've already been in or not. But none of these people got told to go back out and go around, blah, 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 rubber chicken. What they got to do is go back behind the counters because they're workers there. Now, every government employee has to have a face mask to walk into a public or county building. It is required. I know people that are out of work right now because they do not have face coverings or cannot wear a face covering of any kind due to medical reasons, whether anxiety, stress, claustrophobia, any of the shit. Maybe trauma from the past, whatever. But I know people that can't go to work right now, or same as unemployed, because they can't work, because they can't wear a face mask. Now, if these other employees that work at the DMV can walk in without a face mask on, fuck around in the back, talking to all their other coworkers without face masks for almost 10 minutes before they decide to come back over to their station and then put a face mask on, I should be able to walk in there without even a gator neck on and not have to feel like a thief and be put as a bad person in my mind. And I should be seen at my appointment time. I mean, if I'm wrong, hey, by all means, I'm wrong. But, you know, it happens, right? Sometimes I take stuff out of context a little bit too far. But I think right now, you know, as our friend and brother from another mother, Brother Neppy, Anonymous Magi, I Magi Nation, Triple, however you know him, I believe him 100% whenever he says, mask, make all slaves kneel. I'm going to say it again, in case I said it too fast. Mask, make all slaves kneel. Now, if you don't like the word slave, hey, I understand. Take it as you will. But every fucking person that is in this realm of life, that's alive and breathing right now, is a fucking slave. Even the 1% are slaves to another person. But the 1% dictate all the rules down to us, how they want it. It's kind of like in the military. You have your battalion commander or your brigade commander. He says, have everybody here at 6 a.m. Battalion commander will say, have everybody here at 5:30. Company commander, have everybody here at 5. Platoon sergeant, have everybody here at 4:30. Your own sergeant, be here at 4 a.m. Notice the restrictions happening there. Instead of being there 15 minutes before, at 5:45 or maybe 5:30, you're there at 4 a.m. Now, when we go to the field, the range opens at 8. We had to be there at 2 a.m., sometimes 3 a.m., if we were lucky, to draw weapons from the armory. That couldn't be opened until 5 a.m. So what's the real freaking point here? Oh, look at that. They're trying to mess with me. Oh, well. We'll try to keep going. Don't know how well it's going to work. Oh, look, I'm back. 20 seconds later and a big old still screen. But let's think about the restrictions. You see the stuff everywhere. How they work to belittle you and make you even more of a slave and show you your place in society. If you're making six figures a year, driving a fancy car, living in a fancy house, you might be a house slave. While all the rest of us out here joking and smoking and all that, we all field slaves, working for the man or the woman or the powers that be, or the 1%. And if you think that DMV person ain't making six figures a year, you're wrong. At least out here. If they're from a little small town with a small county, yeah, they might be making five figures. But here where I'm at, they're making six. And they make sure you know that. I'm going to walk in here and do whatever the hell I please, however I please, whenever I please. And you're going to have to deal with it there, field worker. Why? Because I'm a house slave. I ain't no field slave. But hopefully y'all have some comments. I'll try to get to them. But for that, y'all have a good day.